Okay, just to pick up where we left off, a couple videos ago where we're taking a trip back in the 1990s through the pages of magazines. Here is the Entertainment Weekly 1999 yearbook. And here's the back of it. Shows all the covers for that year. Gives you an idea of what was popular and who was popular. Some individual pictures of newsmakers that year. Leonardo DiCaprio, fresh off Titanic, and The Beach, and some other movies that were tailor-made for him. Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg right after Saving Private Ryan. Popular actresses of 1999, including Katie Holmes, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Shannon Doherty, Kerry Russell, Alyssa Milano. Adam Sandler was at the top of his game in 1999. Movies like The Waterboy, Happy Gilmore. Callista Flockhart, she was in a popular show called Ally McBeal. She ended up marrying Harrison Ford. The Backstreet Boys, one of the famous boy bands. The Farrelly Brothers, I was getting confused. It's not the Coen Brothers, the Farrelly Brothers. They did something about Mary, but they just recently did that movie Green Book, I think. I want to say, and it won an Oscar. Lauryn Hill was a hugely popular recording artist. Tom Fontana. What did he do? Oz, HBO series Oz. Christina Ricci. Shania Twain. This is the actors who played the soldiers in Saving Private Ryan, including Vin Diesel, Adam Goldberg, Barry Pepper, Natalie Imbruglia, or is it Imbruglia? Master P, Will and Grace, Chris Tucker, the Dixie Chicks. Boy, the Dixie Chicks were so popular in 1999. Dominique Swain, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Felicity Huffman. She just got in some trouble. Ed Norton. I think this is right off American History X. Cameron Diaz, Heather Graham, Beastie Boys, Susan Sarandon and Julie Roberts, Conan O'Brien, Busta Rhymes and Meg Ryan, Jennifer Lopez, Jim Carrey, Vince Vaughn. And what are they talking about Vince Vaughn in? Psycho. Apparently before they realized that his true calling was in comedy, not drama. Sean Lennon. Waking the Divine, that I actually enjoyed that movie. It's just funny that they decided to memorialize it because it sort of vanished. David Spade. Don Knotts. Natasha Richardson. The late Natasha Richardson, the late Don Knotts. Matt Damon and Oprah. I think this is when she was going to war against the beef companies and where she picked up Dr. Phil in Texas. That's when Andy Dick's pants fell off on stage. I'm not going to read this thing about Katie Holmes. not because I have anything against Katie Holmes, but it's vulgar. William Hurt in Lost in Space, another movie that didn't really age well. The Divas. I remember that was a big deal in the 90s. George Michael, the late George Michael. James Cameron for winning Titanic. Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt. Oh my gosh, the Taco Bell dog. Everyone had a little toy Taco Bell dog on their car. The guy from Seinfeld and Seinfeld, the last episode that many consider to be one of the worst season finales ever. Socks the Cat. Charles Manson. Harrison Ford and Anne Heche in a screwball comedy. Liz Phair. Prince Charles. This is Paula Jones. She was one of the Bill Clinton accusers. Craig Kilborn. Anyone remember him? Fraser. Tom Wolfe. Jesse Ventura. Puff Daddy, when he was called Puff Daddy. I think it's Kate Winslet. More Seinfeld. That's the Bare Naked Ladies. John Travolta playing Bill Clinton in primary colors. Robert Redford, and he was doing The Horse Whisperer, yeah, and that had Scarlett Johansson right there, and she was still a kid. Brad Pitt. Ray Liotta. That's a Rat Pack movie. David Duchovny, when he was still hugely popular. The late, oh gosh, what was his name? Gary Shandling. Here's the great beauties of the 90s. Kate Winslet, Winona Ryder, Sandra Bullock. Rose McGowan in that ridiculous dress when she was with that Marilyn Manson guy. This is all about see-through dresses. So we have Sigourney Weaver, Courtney Love, Sharon Stone. Here's male celebrities dyeing their hair blonde because that was a trend, including George Clooney and Drew Carey. Butterfly tattoos that were not permanent. Gwen Stefani. They're doing little bead art things. These were just the trends of 1999. Who's wearing gray? Oh my gosh. Here's the people who were apparently not dressed well. Madonna and Cameron Diaz. Here's the best movies of the year. Saving Private Ryan, a great movie I really enjoyed. The Truman Show, A Simple Plan, a fantastic movie that most people have never heard of. Just a great movie. TV shows, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The X-Files, Everybody Loves Raymond. Here's the music, Lauryn Hill. Here's books, Bridget Jones' Diary, Freedomland, Reservation Road. A lot of these were made into movies. These are the worst books of the year. Message in a Bottle, which they made into a movie. The Vampire Armand by Anne Rice. Belladonna. all the Leonardo DiCaprio quickie bios, and Spice World, all about the Spice Girls. The best videos, Kiki's Delivery Service. It's a good movie if you get a chance to watch it. Starship Troopers. LA Confidential. I like that movie. The Big Lebowski. Star Wars. Here's the people who died in 1999. Frank Sinatra, Phil Hartman, Linda McCartney, Akira Kurosawa, Jerome Robbins, Alan Pakula, Sonny Bono, Roy Rogers and Gene Autry, Sherry Lewis, Carl Wilson, E.G. Marshall, Betty Carter, Lloyd Bridges, Jack Lord from Hawaii Five-0, Flip Wilson, Carl Perkins, Roddy McDowell, Robert Young, Tammy Wynette, and Maureen O'Sullivan. Persis Kambata from Star Trek, Esther Roll, Alice Faye, Norman Fell, Mary Fran, she was in Newhart. The Milli Vanilli guy, J.T. Walsh, Wendy Williams. Okay, so that's 1999 yearbook. And now we have a total decade book called People Celebrate the 90s, the Stars, the Fads, the Moments You'll Never Forget. And here's the back, sort of going over things that have made comebacks here a little bit, things that have disappeared forever, things that didn't age well. Ricky Martin, Beanie Babies, Seinfeld, Sex and the City, the Spice Girls, and who is doing the introduction but Roseanne Barr. Okay, and here are looks to remember. Lil' Kim's outfit was pretty notorious. Rose McGowan's outfit was pretty notorious. MC Hammer, Nirvana. And look, they're making another Terminator movie with Linda Hamilton again. And see, they're gonna try and nostalgia us to death, aren't they? Obsession. Everybody wore that in the 90s. The hairstyles of the 90s. Where's Waldo, Thigh Masters, Snapple, Tickle Me Elmo, Magic Eyes, Baby G Watch, I don't remember that, Beanie Babies, but Scrunchies, Fanny Packs, and Rollerblades. Some of that has already made comebacks. Seinfeld. The girls Jerry Seinfeld dated, including, on the show, not in real life. Okay. Northern Exposure. I really liked that show. This is, I think this was printed in the 2000s because they're much older here. This is just like a in review kind of book. Beverly Hills 90210. Luke Perry's recently passed on. Ally McBeal. Oh, that stupid dancing baby thing. Boy Meets World. I think they've tried to revive this several times. I remember her, the Topanga. That's the only one I remember out of all of that. The French Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith, of course, is still popular. Twin Peaks, they just revived that with the limited event, 3rd season. Did anyone understand this show? Sure. What was not to understand? Melrose Place. Roseanne, and they brought that back for a hot second. Here's some other fads. Family Matters, South Park, which is still on. Ren and Stimpy, Regis Philbin, Titanic, huge. I can't even state enough how popular that movie was. Clueless. Forrest Gump. Just didn't age very well. I mean, Tom Hanks is great and everything, but the movie is very dated. It's definitely a 90s movie. Pretty Woman also didn't age very well. It's very dated. Not saying it's a bad movie, it just didn't age very well. Julia's Body Double. Scream. Waiting to Exhale. American Pie. Oh gosh, how many sequels did they make to that? Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino's got a new movie coming out now called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which looks pretty interesting. Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, that has definitely come back. Reality Bites. Definitely a 90s time capsule. Lisa Loeb. If you just put some Lisa Loeb on, it will automatically transport you back to time to 1994 or 95 or so, 96, around that time. Sometimes I watch movies like that now and I just sort of cringe. The Spice Girls, they were also hugely popular. The different boy bands. I think Justin Timberlake is the only one that made it out of that. Hip hop. Country. Garth Brooks. Ricky Martin. And here's people I don't even remember. Lucky Venus. I don't remember. Tyson Beckford. Don't remember. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think we all want to forget. Patrick Swayze. Passed away. Fabio. Michael Flatley. That was the Riverdance dude. Of course, the O.J. Simpson case. I was driving back from Houston, Texas during a hurricane, and I remember the verdict being read on the radio. They broke into all the radio stations to read it. Heidi Fleiss, Larry Forchinsky, the John Benet Ramsey case. The septuplets. Jesse Ventura, Ross Perot, the Oklahoma City bombing. Monica Lewinsky, the Menendez brothers, Amy Fisher, William Kennedy Smith. Does anyone remember her? Stop the Insanity by Susan Powder. The Olympians. George Clooney. Adrian Brody, another guy who, without a lot of staying power. Scarlett Johansson, Jennifer Lopez, Hilary Swank. Kenan Thompson, one hardworking guy, Elijah Wood, Lindsay Lohan. Oh boy, I think I bought this in an airport, and it is covering the 90s, but it is and isn't, because unlike the stuff I showed you from the 90s, they're showing little snippets, but they're looking at it through that 2000s lens. It's not quite the same. Yeah, he just passed away. Christian Slater. Oh my, Tanya Harding. Goodness. People who died. River Phoenix, John Candy. Those were some shocking deaths. Chris Farley, Kurt Cobain, John Kennedy Jr., Princess Diana. Who are they now? And that covers that book. Here's two magazines, two Newsweeks from 1997 that covered the death of Princess Diana, which was a unparalleled, shocking death. I was in Sugar Land, Texas when I heard about it. I think everyone remembers where they were at. And you can see all the old stuff from 1997. This is a terrible car crash. I've actually been to through that tunnel, on top of that tunnel in Paris. I've seen it, and you'll know when you're there because there's flowers usually all over it. There's no mistaking when you're there. It's definitely, and when we drove through it, and I believe they have on the post where the car struck, I believe there was something. I didn't get a good look at it. My wife saw it, but we walked over the top of the tunnel, and there's all kinds of shrines and flowers and drawings and tributes to her. So and this covers everything. This is to the Bosnia Kosovo issues. Do they still do cigarette ads in magazines? I don't know if they've stopped doing that or not. Old computer monitors. Here's another one. It's right after the funeral. Holy joys. Is Paula Jones again? After the tragedy, a compelling desire for anything Diana. These cars have really changed. And then here's celebrities talking about how the paparazzi has stalked them. University of North Alabama, UNA, your opportunity for a better future. Epson. Elton John, that CD he did, Candle in the Wind, was hugely popular. Sold everywhere. You could find a copy of it in a little gas station in New Mexico. You could find that CD. It was everywhere, literally. And you can see the amount of obsession that it was literally, I mean, it's hard to even explain how much this dominated the news cycles in 1997. Every kind of article and perspective. Go mad with Compact. They did a Mad About You tie-in with Compact. And they said after Diana they were going to do something serious about the paparazzi and how they would chase people down, but they didn't. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Nothing ever changes if you think about it. Here's more about the JonBenet case. There's the letter. 9 months later, the hunt for JonBenet's killer seems hopelessly stalled. So this is a little time capsule article. And that's another thing that just people obsessed over. So finally, I want to show you this Mad Magazine Collector's Edition. It's Mad Spoofs of the 90s. It's kind of like the final thing, just for Rodman. And Jurassic Haddock Park. It's gonna take on the movies and the fads of the 90s. Mad's instant TV reviews. The pump ID and other products. That the pump was a shoe that you pumped air into to make it tighter, which was a kind of a silly fad. The chat room, of course, was a huge thing in the 90s. It got a lot of people in trouble. Everybody loathes Raymond. Wiley Willie making fun of Bill Clinton. A mad look at Titanic. How TV networks How TV networks can work Simpson trial updates into their regular programming, because the O.J. Simpson trial was crazy. The Seinfeld. Dr. Kevorkian Moonlighter. That was another thing in the 90s. The Dr. Death. Quotes you can bet were never said from the 90s. And some of the icons of the 90s, like, oh gosh. Will Smith, Geraldo Rivera, Bill Gates, Newt Gingrich, Johnny Cochran, Alex Trebek. Body modification trends in the future. Oh, if only they knew how it would get. The Patient's Bill of Rights. HMOs were like the most hated thing in the 90s. Pulp Fiction. Mad Salute Parenting in the 90s. American Dream Career Path Chart. Monica Lewinsky. Oh gosh. I can't believe some of the stuff they showed in Mad back then. I think it's gotten much more tame. Then Go Holyfield. That's when Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear off. Abbott and Costello organized the MTV videotape library. Oh boy. Politically correct Dr. Seuss and books, or politically aware children's books. Forrest Gump. Home Lloyd King. Real versus Real, about 90s movies. Judge Judy. Paparazzi. The X-Files. Spice Girls. Okay, the caricatures in this are pretty awesome. Bill Clinton again. Friends, they call it Fiends. It's like making fun of the teen magazines. The Phantom Menace. O.J. Simpson again. It's a Wonderful Life. It's about Bill Clinton. All the companies of the 90s. Wow. Well, that about wraps it up. So, I hope you enjoyed this one. And, keep coming back. I try to do a video every night at 8 o'clock. So, you know, if you need something to watch before you go to bed, just want to hang out, see what I'm up to, drop by. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.